Now that you've run through a few seated postures, we'll know if our endurance in our core and posture is up or down. This exercise list is 5 wall posture regressions to build your postural and core endurance. So what you'll do is we'll sit in our L sit against a wall. You want your butt as close to the wall as we can. If it comes off a little bit, that's okay. And we're just going to try to force our body into a wedge from floor to wall. So in this, we're just going to cover our decompression, same from the first video, but in the L sit with the wall support. Again, we want to be as tall through the front and back rectangle of the body as possible, as tall through the sides as possible. And we can let our hands relax here or in our lap. And we're just going to inhale, try to increase the height of our head against the wall, maybe bringing the chin in. Exhale, try to keep that height. Again, using our nasal breathing, breathing low, not up into the neck. And we're going to do 5 breaths here. Exhale, stay tall. Exhale, get taller. 2 more. Last one, little pause at the end of your exhale and the top of your inhale. And then resume. So feel free to pause here and do a couple more rounds of that. And then we're going to go into our next motion. So stay in your L sit. And we're going to take our thumbs to our sides here, right at where the front pocket is. And we're going to trace up and grab the nape of our neck with hands like this and elbows like that. So that will look like this. We'll get really tall. Big inhale. Kind of like you're laying on a beach. Try to touch the tag of your shirt. And try to take your elbows and press them into the wall lightly. Maybe 20-30% of what you're capable of. And from this position, you'll notice it gets a little harder on the postural muscles. So we're going to take 5 deep breaths here. Exhale, drive those ribs down and press those elbows back. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, stay tall. Also, keep your knee pits pressing down into the ground to get taller through your crown. Like you're trying to lift your heels up off the floor. So from all directions, we're trying to get as tall as possible and long as possible. Coming off there, you're going to feel some of your postural muscles get really tired, so feel free to shake it out. At this point, pause and do 2 more rounds of the 5 breaths, or feel free to watch this video 3 times, getting your 3 rounds of each movement. The next position are wall angels from our L sit position. We'll place our hands in a W here, so like this. Elbows, back of the shoulder, wrists, fingertips, and knuckles all to the wall. You can hold here and breathe for a few breaths and just get the feel. But we're going to reach as high as we can without, if we had parrots on either side of our shoulders like a pirate, we don't want to lift those parrots up. So when we reach the hands up, sliding and dragging against the wall, we want to keep those parrots down low. And we'll come back down. Again, that's 1 rep of a wall angel. We'll do 4 more. Syncing your breathing however feels comfortable, staying tall, push your knee pits down to lift your heels. And again, we should feel the mid-spine firing, the postural muscles firing. Make sure at no point are you holding your breath. And again, pause and do 2 more rounds, or again, watch the video 3 times in a row. The next position is called pillow reaches. And what we're looking for is a nice hinge. So from the side, you see the hip, shoulder, ear, all in one straight line. And I'm here. I'm going to take that line and I'm going to lean it forward. And when I go forward, I want to drive my knee pits down into the ground harder and try to lift my heels if comfortable. If that's uncomfortable, add that later. So again, we'll reach the pillow out in front of us. If you don't have a pillow, you can use a foam block or pretend you have one. It's not necessary. So we're here, tall through the crown, we're against the wall. Big nasal inhale. And for 5 deep breaths, you're going to reach farther on every exhale. Keep your head from going here, keep it back here, keep your shoulders from going there, keep them back here. And only go further on the exhale if it feels comfortable. So for that last one for me, did not feel as inviting, so I didn't do that fifth reach. And by all means, you don't have to reach on any of them. If you're feeling any zinging through here, send us a message and we'll kind of point you in some new directions. So for the last movement, and man, I'm getting really tired here, we're going to be going into our tall sitting position, but we're going to do it from the ground with what I call squat drags or seated heel drags. You're going to open up the legs just a little bit, so about that much. And from this position, get scooted up to the wall. We're going to go here. We can go down with the hands. We're going to trace the heels, pushing down just a little bit for resistance, really firing the core and the hip flexors. Drag it as far as you can. Exhale back. We're going to do 3 total. Now on those, you want to make sure that you're using your hip flexors and your core. And if we're starting to cramp up here, by all means shake it out, move around, but go right back in. And hopefully we chase the cramps away. If the cramps keep returning, again, message us, we can figure something out. But for now, we're going to do 3 rounds of that. So pause the video and we'll do 2 more rounds of 3 slow drags, tractioning the heel, firing the hip flexors. Another thing, a lot of people will come off the wall dragging up. Make sure that we stay plugged into the wall, pulling with ease, and using those postural muscles. If you feel like your hip comes off the wall after each rep, just drag your butt back and repeat the other ones. Outside of this course, this is a great daily postural movement flow, and it's going to be great for spinal health, postural strength. And so I encourage you to do this video daily, even if you don't follow the whole routine verbatim. So play with these motions, see if you can sit for a little longer with a little more comfort, and we'll move on to the next video.